I'm so, okay. This soap though. Funny story, Kenny and I actually had the same idea for this soap, which was to do an avocado toast. I had a slightly different way of doing it than he did. We ended up deciding on mine, and he ended up going with a different type of eatery, not bakery. I don't want to give anything away. He ended up going with another food item. So hello, my name is Katie Carson. I am the soap artist, or one of them rather, here at Royalty Soaps. I'm the Duchess of Suds. My brother also is starting to make soap on this channel too. He is the Earl of Suds. You can follow us both on Instagram, and Royalty Soaps herself on Instagram as well. And today we are doing avocado toast, which, come on, like, it's not like I could just completely avoid this for the rest of my life. It's such a hot item. It's everywhere, and it's delicious. Why wouldn't I? It's gonna be great. You guys enjoy. Let's start making some soap. The first thing we're going to do for this soap is pour our lye water solution into our oils. The recipe I'm using today can be found in the description box below, and the oil blend I am using is available pre-mixed at nurturesoap.com. I am now going to blend this up on high until just past emulsion. The soap batter looks like, oh, for camera, you better focus. The soap batter looks exactly how I want it to. So I'll split it off now into 2 equal portions. These buckets I love, and I will link for you guys down below. I get asked about them all the time, and we use them for big batches and little batches alike. I'm gonna scrapey my big container, for we won't be returning to it today. One day I may splurge on a stainless steel pot that I can mix in, but for right now these Sterilite containers work just fine, and they're very inexpensive. We get ours at Kroger and at Target. Now one of these containers we're gonna move off to the side because we won't be using that until later, and we're just gonna focus on this bottom portion. This is going to be the bread part. So we're gonna add in a little bit of mocha brown mica. This is from Nurture Soap. We're gonna add in a little bit of apricot seed powder. This is from Wholesale Supplies Plus. And before we add the final additive and fragrance oil, I'm gonna blend this in with the stick blender real quick. I did go ahead and add a little bit of brown oxide just to sort of make it a little warmer instead of cooler. It is a toast after all. So now we are going to add in some oatmeal. This is going to give it the sort of bready look we're going for. Now for the fragrance oil. Today we're using Emerald Agave from Brambleberry. This is my favorite fragrance from their Botanical Garden collection, and I cannot rave about it enough. It's just delightful. I'm gonna start by blending this in by hand, but it looks like I'll probably have to blend it up with a stick blender. All right, so let's go ahead and pour this into our large slab mold after this quick commercial break. All right, gonna go ahead and pour this in. Definitely looks like sort of a brown sugar porridge or maple and brown sugar oatmeal over here in America. It's been a long time since I worked with oatmeal. I'm really kind of missing it. Maybe I should bring it back in the future. Bring it back in the future. That definitely made sense.
Back to the future.
Back to the future. Maybe I should do it again soon. How about that? I've gone ahead and poured off a little bit of my soap batter into this tiny container. This is what we're gonna use for the egg whites on top, and I'm not gonna touch it. I don't wanna add titanium dioxide because I don't want it to set up. I want it to stay really, really fluid. So we're just going to focus on this container right now. In this cup, I have Let Us Entertain You Mica from Mad Micas, and I also have 3 Olive Martini from Mad Micas. This is going to represent our avocado, and there isn't any additives up top, so we're just gonna go ahead and blend that in. Gonna blend this fragrance oil in by hand, and using my third hand, we are going to ladle this on top. It is getting a little bit thick on us, but it's really not that big a deal because the design is not going to be disrupted on top because of it. And it is going to be nice and textured anyway, so again, not really that big a deal, but it does help to have someone close by to help you ladle it in. And if you're pregnant, tap it down on the ground for you. Yes, now I know that green looking a little like baby food, but it'll look better tomorrow. Now with this white that I mixed up, I'm going to put a little bit, just like so, right on the side of these bars, and I'll go clean it up and kind of shape it the way I want a little bit later. Right now, I'm just trying to get the basic amount onto the soap, and I'll probably just use a chopstick to shape it. But this is our egg white that will be on our soap, and I'll be using Kenny's divider for the rest of this, but for this part, I can't use it because I would get soap all over it. Also, any little drips that I have like this, I am going to remove because it kind of ruins the effect if there's just little bits of egg where that's not supposed to be. And taking the world's smallest spatula, I am going to maneuver this white, kind of flatten it out a little bit. Just gonna continue shaping this all around. And then we will put in the little yolk embeds. These little egg yolks were made by my sister Shelly using glycerin soap. And I had made her an example and was like, this is kind of what I want it to look like. We'll fill up our little signature soap gumball embed mold halfway so it looks like a sunny side up egg. That's kind of what I want it to look like. And then she improved on it by adding a little bit of red to the yellow so that the yolk looks like a farm fresh egg instead of one from the grocery store. With my divider on, I can now start putting in the embeds right in the middle. Oh my gosh, it's perfect. And I'm trying to put these right in the middle of the white and not pushing them in too far down. This is actually a lot easier to do than I thought it was gonna be. I thought that these yolks were gonna be really hard to push in, but man, with this little divider, all my problems have been solved. And I'm sure some of you guys are definitely getting some green eggs and ham vibes. Ooh boy. So using my handy dandy 3-pronged fork, I'm gonna go ahead and texture this side a little bit. I'm just gonna pull away from the egg and to the line. I think this just adds a little bit of interest to a bar where it would otherwise be a little bit bland. This is such an easy way to jazz up a soap. Guys, this turned out even better than I thought it would. It's one of those soaps where it's like, you have a good idea and you write it down on your piece of paper and you're like, yeah, my illustration looks good, but am I gonna be able to pull that off in practicality? And when it does happen, you're like, this is amazing. Okay, so now that I've taken a fork to it, I'm gonna take some blueberry seeds and sprinkle them on top of the eggs so it looks like they've been peppered. I mean, of course, we don't want to use real pepper, which is why we're using blueberry seeds. Last little sprinkle, and we will spritz the top with rubbing alcohol. Oh my gosh, I'm so pleased. And that's it, the avocado toast soap is complete. I don't think you guys realize just how excited I am about cutting this soap. Like, that brown on the bottom is perfect. And I told Caleb I wanted it to be a healthy brown. And he was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, no, like, you know, a multi-grain toast, like something that just looks really good for you. But yeah, I'm obsessed thus far. I can't wait to see the cut version. I am gonna turn it on its side so that the oatmeal doesn't make any drag marks. Okay, and then I'm push down gently. Let's pull out one of the ones in the middle. And this is what it looks like on the inside. Oh my gosh, I love it. I just love it. Oh, this is my favorite one this month. But like hands down my favorite one this month. And y'all, the fragrance oil is so good. It's just so fresh and inviting, just really invigorating. Kind of reminds me of, you know, brunch in the morning in California. So the question of the day is, do you like avocados? And if you do, we'll put a second question in here if I can, if that's possible. I think it is. Do you like avocados on your toast, or do you just like them in like guacamole and things like that? So to vote on the question of the day, all you have to do is click the I in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. Do you love it? The eggs on top though, oh, they're so cute. Also, a good idea, now you know, if you ever want to put pepper on something, just sprinkle a few little bits of blueberry seeds. Besides a smoothie or an acai bowl, this is basically the brunchiest thing I could think of. This soap is going to be available to purchase on May 6th, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time for the brunch and Mother's Day soap release. Be sure you do something fun for yourself today, whether that is, that's right, you guessed it, going out and getting you some avocado toast, be that with egg or otherwise, or simply saving all of the money that you spend on avocado toast so you can finally buy a house. Either way, do something that makes you happy, and I'll see you all soon. Oh, also, don't forget to like and subscribe and stuff if you actually like this. If you thought it was lame, don't do that. There's no reason for you to. FYI, my due date is tomorrow, and of course, I'm filming all of this while I am pregnant. So I have literally no idea whether or not I have had the baby or I'm still pregnant. But April 11th is the due date for baby Carson number 2, so keep your eyes peeled on my personal Instagram if you care at all. And until next time, bye for now.